Hi there. Welcome to another edition of DesignSpark Ask the Expert, where we have Julian Schmidt from Werma, and we're going to be talking about their eSIGN stacking beacons. Hi, Julian. Would you like to say hello to DesignSpark?
Hi, Greg. Hi, DesignSpark. Thanks for having me. Um, I'm Julian Schmidt, product manager at Werma since 4 years now, and I'm mostly responsible for smart products with us and also the iOS eSign Profinet.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, and I do appreciate you coming in to talk to DesignSpark. Obviously, within the world of industrial automation, we see beacons, stack lights in use everywhere. But could you just tell me what is it that we need from stack lights in general, and how is Werma already playing a part in this market?
Yeah, so in general, the stack lights are used for um, guiding and warning people. So there's the one main purpose is to prevent people from getting hurt from either machinery or equipment that is moving, for example. So this is one part to it. And the other part is the directives that we have. So for example, in the European region, we have directives for machines,
Yeah.
for machine safety that state that you need a stack light and also explain the meanings of different colors that you could use, for example. So red certainly is warning, orange is an imminent warning, and then green is basically everything is okay. White and blue typically is used for having some kind of information, which is not linked to anything like a warning.
Hmm.
And furthermore, also in the area of safety applications, a signal device plays a vital role in achieving desired safety level that, for example, some machines need.
Absolutely. Yeah. And in terms of where we see them, like we said, they're very prevalent in industrial automation, warehousing, but also out in the wider world, in terms of for giving people information in certain conditions, maybe in some commercial activities, like a lot of you see around the airports, around, the conveyor systems example for the machinery you use to take suitcases onto flights, and then for when you pick up the cases back up the other side when you get to your destination. Now, what I see obviously is the lights have been very similar for a long time. What is it in terms of the eSign? What's the evolution with these stack lights? What can you tell me a little bit more about eSign?
Sure. So, well, we talk about the evolution a little bit first because at the end, it's Werma that started this trend with the modular stack light in 1994 because Werma was the one that invented the modular stack light in 1994. One of our founders did. And now, over the years, we increased the breadth of our portfolio substantially. So, in each direction, as you mentioned, for example, on airports, we have obstruction lights, we have little beacons. So, it's not only a stack light, it's also beacons, sounders that we have,
Hmm.
and also software nowadays, actually. So, we have also process optimization software. So, Werma has spread their portfolio quite a bit. But as you can see from the numbers, 1994, it's been a long time on the market now. We made some experience with this, and also the stack lights, I think, undergone one of the most, let's say, radically developments over the years now, because the eSign is, in comparison to a modular stack light, a complete different level.
Mm. Yeah. So in terms of the eSign, we were talking about obviously colors there that you get within the modular level. eSign, can you just tell me a little bit more about how you maybe control the colors, the segments, for example?
Mhm. Yeah, so the eSign in general is an electronic modular stack light instead of a physically modular stack light that enables us with multiple signaling modes that you could use. So there is a classic stack light mode, which is more or less similar to a modular stack light because there's still a need for it. There are people that are colorblind, so you can't play with a full surface in one color because they don't know what color that is.
Right.
And then there's also the full surface illumination or a filling level indication that we could, for example, do on an eSign. You mentioned segments. So there's a 6, 9, and 15 segment version, so different sizes to the eSign, and they come either with or without a sounder. And also this sound allows us to use up to 10 tones in different volume settings.
Yeah.
So the eSign is very customizable in that way because we can use several light effects. You can use individual colors if you want to. And as I mentioned already, the tones as well.
Yeah. And I think obviously with what you're saying there, the opportunity to be more kind of unique for your own environment will exist as well, within utilizing those 6, 9, or 15 segments. In terms of durability, obviously where these products are going to be placed, what is it we're looking at in terms of resistance and robustness, for example?
Yeah, no, typical industrial applications, we try to use already the IP66 and 69K ratings because they are pretty much harsh enough for every kind of environment that you would try to use those products in. So, for example, in washing streets for cars, you could use them. You can pressure wash the lights if you wish to, or if it's
Yeah,
needed. And also we have a UV resistancy to that product because if it's highly UV exposed in some kind of applications, then you still want to have a clear illumination at all the time. And then there's another level to it, which is the connectivity. So M12 connector is basically a standard in the market. So we try to use that more and more in our products. And also the M12 helps us to make it easily connectable on the one side, and on the other side also it ensures the IP rating that we want to have.
yeah, fantastic. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of areas where you see these lights used every day, and I do come from sort of like the industrial automation background, but it's not purely there. So I'm just wondering about regulations and certifications, for things like maybe use in sensitive environments like electronics and pharma, for example. Would you just tell me a little bit more about that?
hmm So the one thing that I mentioned already is the IP rating and also the UV resistance, which is, for example, also part of the UL certification that we do, which is certainly needed to especially integrate the products and application in North America and the US market. But also this shows how much testing we did with the product. So for UL, for having the UL Type 4X rating that we have on this product, you take a lot of tests in terms of IP, UV,
Uh-huh.
and also material tests that are needed for the product.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you mentioned sensitive environments. This is, for example, something that we did in Germany with a laboratory here. We did a clean room approval for the product. That means you can use the product in, as it says, the clean rooms and clean environments. So it's tested, for example, environments for electronics and pharma.
Yeah. And that's great to hear because obviously, opening up the wider application possibilities there. I just maybe want to go back on to one of the things you said earlier on in terms of software. That's got me thinking about things like connectivity options, configuration, communication, that type of thing within industry. Could you mentioned obviously the connectivity options for the power, but if you could just give me a little bit more about maybe some of the other things that you need to configure, for example, for use, and what are some of the benefits that come through?
Mhm. So the eSIGN in general comes in three options right now. So one would be the standard 24-volt option. So that's the M12 connection, analog input, and digital input, sorry. So it's compatible with industrial power standards, let's say. But on this particular version, you would need to configure the product as you wish. It comes in a certain mode, so it comes in an auto scale mode, which is one of the most used modes, I would say, because it's in comparison to a modular stack light where you would only have, for example, one light element light up at one time.
Hmm.
Now on the auto scale mode, you would have, for example, red as a full surface illumination. And as soon as you trigger 2 or 3 further signals, it would split up automatically into 3 tiers, the product. So this is one of
Right.
the main modes that we would use with this. But also it comes with a software, so it's easy to configure different light patterns, different modes, already the modes that I mentioned, which is then configured via USB. And then there are two other products, the IO Link product, which is certainly integrated via an IO Link master and configured via parameters and triggered by process data. And then there's quite new now a Profinet product, which we launched
Hmm.
on the SPS last year in Nuremberg, which is a product that is directly integrated into a machine PLC through a PoE switch. So it's PoE powered, Power over Ethernet powered, and is very versatile in terms of how you trigger the product and what kind of colors you would like, what kind of modes you would like. So it's one of the, I would say, most advanced products that we have right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting to hear about the IO-Link and Profinet, obviously via configuration software. This has given you lots of options, but in terms of, for example, how that's conveyed maybe to like for 24 volts, what is it you can tell me about that? I can see that you've probably got a lot of customization opportunities with this product range.
Mhm. Yeah, so the software that we have offers all these possibilities. You can download them basically for free on on our website, and you can use them also for free. So that's nothing that you have to pay for. It's not part of the product. It's something that you need in addition. And in the software itself, you can basically have some kind of pin assignments. You can choose what kind of pins are triggering what kind of colors. You first of all choose the modes that you would like to use. As I mentioned, there's stack light and auto scale, also filling level and an individual mode. Since we're using an M12 8-pin connector for this product, that means we would have 64 states you could configure. So there's a lots of options that you can use on an individual mode, for example. There you can choose your RGB color schemes. You can choose the pin assignments, as I said, and also light effects like a pulsating, like a rotating, like a flashing. So there's a lot of options for different kinds of applications.
Yeah, I think in terms of what I've seen of the range, the opportunity there for customization, but then obviously reprogramming, for example, if something changes within your operating parameters that you then need to change the signal to indicate that recent change. This is where this product becomes really versatile and gives users that kind of future proofing, if you like, for the industrial use. I just want to finish, Julian, if we go back, if I was to ask you, for example, give me your key selling points, why would engineers and industry be looking to take the eSIGN on board?
For sure. So I would say it's one thing is the next generation design. So there is a design level to the eSIGN that is quite unique. It's completely different to a modular traditional stack light. It looks more modern, and also this allows us to integrate into, for example, machinery or equipment that also has some kind of design requirements. And then there's also, of course, the versatility, which is based on the one side, the customizability of the software, also on the IO Link and Profinet, but also on the resistancy that we try to achieve with the product. So the IP ratings, then there's the UV resistancy. So there's this product that is capable of doing all of the applications that you typically have in the industrial world. So there's no need to have certain different products. There's one product that you could buy with the eSIGN and then suitable for all of those applications, basically. And then I would say, especially now with our Profinet edition, we have now a product that is so easy to integrate in an existing environment, which has way better than, for example, a 24 volt, where you have all these loose wires that you have to connect and to program also in a PLC. The Profinet, it's an Ethernet standard, which is so much easier to integrate and to also trigger the product as you like it.
Yeah.
So I think those are the main points why the eSIGN is so different. And also maybe one last point is the electronic modularity, as I mentioned before, because it offers us all these different modes. And also, as I said, compared to a modular stack light, it has a full surface illumination, which is enhancing the safety, I would say, because it's visible from a far distance. And also you can have it in conjunction with a sounder that allows us up to 105 decibels, which is pretty loud and substantially loud, actually. Some people even like to turn it down a little bit.
Right. Okay. Got you. Yeah, that's a really great summary from what I see of this product range. Like you say that the full stack color, very, very striking, but then you can use the versatility within your program and to do exactly what you need it to do. Again, it's not lost to me in terms of efficiency, but also that you were talking about with the Ethernet in terms of the practicalities of adding within existing infrastructure. It's going to be a lot easier and a lot more less time consuming, for example, to bring those products online. Julian, it's been really great to talk to you about eSIGN. Yeah, it's a product which I'm really kind of excited about to see how our customers are going to be using these products and moving forward. But also, in terms of the industry itself, they are very, very unique. Well, maybe not so unique in the operation of what they're doing, but in terms of for people who maybe look at the traditional stacking lights, for example, they do look a lot different to the tradition. Absolute evolution coming out from the eSIGN. So I hope we can have you on DesignSpark again sometime soon, and it's been great talking to you today.
Happy to jump on a call again. Thank you.